1 year, 7 months, 982 hours played, and 2,862 ranked matches later, and I've finally done it. That's right. I hit diamond. I hit diamond while I wasn't able to record. And I know I started a series a couple weeks ago where I wanted to document me going through the whole process and trying to get there. But things just lined up. Things just aligned, and I was able to do it in like a weekend. And I want to talk to you guys about my run, how I got there, and the insane run on the last day. That's what we're going to recap here mostly, is how I went from 12,043 LP to 14,056 LP in one sitting in one day. But first, let's take a look at my overall stats. You can see cumulative. If you hover this basically tells you all of your Battle Lounge games, casual matches, and ranked matches all in one. So in total, I played 10,369 matches of Street Fighter V. And the reason my win rate is so skewed is because a ton of those matches, as you're about to see, are in Battle Lounge, just getting completely destroyed by people that are way better than me, but it just made me a better player. So let's take a look at my ranked matches. You can see 2,862, finished with a positive win rate, 52%. So I'm happy with that. And that's actually a way less of a fraction of my total matches than I thought. So 2,862, sorry. Casual matches, I played 4,000. Battle Lounges, I played 3,000. So you can tell my matches were not skewed in favor of ranked. I played very little ranked, and that's why I think it took so long to get out of Platinum, is because I had hit a wall and I didn't want to. I didn't want to play ranked. I wanted to play with my friends in Battle Lounges or just chill out and play some casuals with maybe some new characters. But the reason why I was so motivated to get it while I was gone is I went back to Houston and I was able to find like 4-bar matches, 4 to 5-bar matches in 20 to 30 seconds just because of where it is, right? It's a lot closer to a lot more people and a lot better connections. When I drove back here to my apartment, I drove 500 miles west. I'm in the same state because Texas is so big, but I'm not as close to people as I usually am. When I was in Houston, I was playing other cities in Texas. I was playing like a lot of San Antonio players, which you'll see here, and I played a few people in Austin, I think. So it's a lot better over there. I'm able to find matches faster and therefore play more matches of higher quality and actually hit confirm and not get a bunch of rollbacks. So that's the reason why I was able to do it so fast and why I was able to do it in basically one sitting. So yeah, I was pretty happy to be able to get there. Just 8 days before Strive comes out. My goal was to hit Diamond before the game came out, so that was really cool. And I want to specifically focus on that last day. I think it was May 30th. May 30th, maybe. We'll take a look here. So yeah, here we are. The day started off with me getting demoted to Super Plat and then getting one and done by a Diamond, which I completely understand. There's no reason for them to really play you if you demote, right? Because they're going to get like plus 35 and you're going to win like 100 and then they're going to lose like 90 points. So it's really just not in their best interest to rematch you at that point. You can see here, I played this guy a few times. He was playing on a Smurf, I think. And I won 2-1. And the reason I say he was playing on a Smurf is when you hover his cumulative matches, he doesn't have very many. And his win rate's pretty high for what would be a new player. So I think what happened was he made a Smurf and he sort of hit the rank that he was on his main account. Here's a one and done. The reason why you'll see one and dones in here is for 3 reasons. Either they one and done me, the connection was bad, or I one and done them because they demoted and it just wasn't worth the points, right? It wasn't worth the risk to play them, and I'd already beat them, so I didn't feel like doing it. You can see here, Sakura was a demon for me this entire run. I kept running into them, and sometimes I'll squeak out a win, right? I'll win the set 2-0, and sometimes they know what Karen is not good at dealing with, or what I specifically am not good at dealing with, which is the light kick and trying to stuff it sometimes, right? This guy in particular almost won just by pressing light kick and neutral, right? And then I sort of looked at the Karen Discord in between matches. I like to do that if I'm struggling in a matchup, and they have like all of the matchups in different channels. And somebody had posted like, try just doing stand medium punch, which is what I was already doing. But the reason why it works is because it's considered like a high poke, so it'll go over the light kick. And I think it outranges it maybe by a little bit. I'm not really sure. But that sort of worked for me. Or doing crouch medium punch worked for me because this guy was just walking up to press the light kick. So if he's walking up, there's a chance that I'm going to clip him with the crouch medium punch, or at least deter him from walking up so far. So that sort of worked for me, and I won that set. This right here is the first diamond that I played. So I hit Ultra Plat, and this was like the first diamond I think that I won. Sorry, not that I played, that I won, that I beat. So I beat this Zangief, I think 2-1. And the only reason I won that last game is he had a big health lead, world sizable health lead, probably 15-20%. And I did dash up, crouch, medium kick, Tenko into super, which I kind of cheesed him out of the win, but he just wasn't ready for me to dash up and still be able to hit him from the spot that I was at with a crouch medium kick. So I squeaked that win out, won that one 2-1. This here, okay. The reason why I had to one and done this guy, he is in San Antonio, obviously, great connection, but he was playing Skies of Honor. If you don't know what Skies of Honor is, let me show you. This is Skies of Honor. This is the laggiest stage in the game. It makes me motion sick. I can't focus on anything that's going on because that background is not only is the plane moving and the background moving, this background changes. It changes to like other things, and it's very, very distracting, especially against V-Skill 2 Rashid, who is just flying everywhere. So not only are you looking in the air for Rashid, you're trying not to get distracted by all these moving parts. And I just hate it so much that I won the game and I win quit him, unfortunately. Some stages I can tolerate, like Konzuki Beach, but that one I just can't. And I've only ran into it one time in ranked. That was the only time I remember ever running into it. Lots of Kens showing up because of that DP buff, where he can like DP. He can punish pretty much everything with heavy DP at this point. And a lot of them started showing up. You can see this guy's like level 26 on Ken. But he probably plays like other Shotos. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of people who play like maybe Ryu, Akuma, or something like that. Maybe Kage. And they go to Ken. They basically switch to whatever Shoto is like the flavor of the month or the patch or whatever, just to try it out, I guess. But it's very annoying because I hate playing against Ken. Here, played another diamond. I think I lost this. Let me see. Yeah, I lost this set. Ed is a very interesting character, I think. Ed and Falk, because of how the special inputs work and how people use them. I remember seeing an infiltration clip just yesterday where he got the little hitbox micro, the one that I made a video on, and all he did to do flicker on Ed is just rub his finger across the buttons, right? Which you could probably do on an arcade stick, but it just looked very effortless on the micro because the way the switches work. You can just rub your finger across it and you have a flicker coming out. So I think it's very interesting how people get around the easy inputs to sort of make them easier or better. Here I played a Ryu. He promoted to Diamond off me. Played the set. He played the set out, which I respect a lot, right? Because usually when people rank up, and sometimes even when I rank up, I don't remember if at the end of this, if I won and done the last guy. I don't think I did, but I might have. But when people get up a division because of how long it's taken or that's their goal and they want to stop, they'll one and done. I respect that. I understand. You've hit a goal and there's no reason for you to risk it anymore, or you just don't feel like playing anymore. Lots of Urians. You probably noticed if you're playing in the lower ranks, so I'd say like silver, gold, or rookie, whatever it may be, bronze, you don't run into a lot of Urian or a lot of like Rashid or some high tier characters because they can get very far with the tools that they're given, right? So on the way up here, I didn't play very many Urians, but when I got to Ultra Plat, I started playing a ton of Urians. Like maybe not this day that we're looking at, but the day before, I ran into at least 3 that I can remember that were in Plat or Super Plat, Ultra Plat, whatever it may be. And they're starting to like have to learn how to use their normals a lot more and not just, EX tackle their way through the neutral, which is, I mean, if you're given it, right, if that's what the game's given you, then I can't blame you for using it. Let's see. Ken, again, I beat this one. The thing about Ken is they're all built different, right? They're all built. They're not. One Ken is not going to be the same as the other. Some of them play wild. Some of them want to play neutral. Some of them don't. Some of them just want a heavy Tatsu into DP or throw mix up. And it's definitely a roller coaster. This Bison, first game, he didn't anti-air me at all. He didn't anti-air me once. So I just kept jumping in on him and eventually started anti-airing, and I had to change my game plan, and he changed his game plan. I think he played V-Trigger 1, which I was not equipped to deal with. I'll say that. I was not ready to deal with V-Trigger 1 Bison just like going all over the place. I think the mix-up he did a lot was Inferno into like EX legs. So you basically can't press it. You can't punish the Inferno because he's going to cancel into EX legs with the V-Trigger. This guy, I played this guy twice, I think, but you're only going to see it once because he did rage quit. which is fine. Like, I don't. You keep your streak now. They fix that. If you don't know, if somebody rage quits on you, you actually do keep your streak. And sometimes you get the points. If they rage quit too late, they lose the points and you actually get them. But if they rage quit at a certain time, you don't get the points, which is what I learned the unfortunate way. G-Task, I played. This guy is a very experienced Zeku. That's what I'll say. He has 31,000 matches, and I think like 28,000 of them were on Zeku or something. It was pretty insane, but I was very happy to take the set. Yeah, 20,000 of his matches are on Zeku. I was very happy to take the set, one, for the points, and two, because I've been playing a lot of my friend Steve Zeku. He's learning the character, and I think he's Ultra Diamond or Master now with it. But I've been playing that matchup a lot, so I was very happy to run into it and to win. Ginseng Tiger, this guy was a very good Sagat, and not necessarily good like his combos or conversions were very good. He was just very patient. He outpatiented me. That was my whole theme this run, is that I was playing a lot more patient. I was playing like very reactive, letting them hang themselves and reacting to what they're doing. And he saw through that very quickly and played very patient and basically lamed me out when I was already playing lame. So I lost that battle, and it was a good game. You'll see here I ran into the Laura that I one and done, or he one and done at the beginning. I don't remember. That was the first game of the day, and I ran into him again, and I think I won the set. I don't remember. I lost the second game, and then I won the third. So yeah, I won the set, and I was very happy about that. There's the Ken again. I think this is the jury that couldn't DP. I remember a lot of this very clearly because this is the last time I sat down and played. So this jury could not cross-cut, I realized. So I cross-up jumped him a lot. I jumped in on him a lot because he wasn't really punishing me for jumping in. And then I ended up winning the set. The second game, I think I got chipped when I didn't even realize I was in chip range. So good on him for realizing that, I guess. Another Zeku here. I was a Zeku killer, bro. Look, damn. 2-0? I was killing Zekus that day. I just have a lot of experience in the matchup now because I played it a bunch with my friend, like I said. See here, I beat another Zangief. Again, this is a decently hard matchup for Karen, but this is another one that I've tried to practice a lot. And if you play Geef, the one thing that I have to say is on Wake Up, pay attention to if they're backdashing. 12 times out of 12, I backdashed on this Zangief and the previous one, and neither one of them picked up on it. You can air SPD, I think, and catch me, or you can do stand heavy kick and it'll crush counter me, and then you do the air SPD. That's what it is. But just look for that when on Wake Up. You should just look for that in general, really. But if the opponent is backdashing on Wake Up every single time, chase them down. Don't let them get away with it because you're just losing pressure for free. I think this guy won and done me. He won, and then I either demote. No, I didn't demote. But a lot of the diamond players, I realize, don't want to rematch you if you're a lower rank because it's just a bigger risk, like I said. What is it? Super plat. So this one I won and done to him because I beat him and he's super plat. I'm ultra, and I'm getting very close. I'm getting dangerously close to diamond at this point, and I just didn't feel like I wanted to risk it again, especially against Ryu, who does like a shit ton of damage. It's a scumbag move, but I'm a scumbag sometimes. Here's another Urian. I've ran into this guy before. I ran into this guy on my way up to Ultra Plat when I was in Super Plat, and I beat him pretty clean. But you see here, he took a game off of me, so props to him. This was a Wake Up Super, I think. I think I lost a Wake Up Super because I wasn't paying attention, and I got destroyed by that. Lots of Lauras. This guy, I don't remember who won and done to. Could have been me. I was, at this point, it probably was me, because at this point, I was searching for diamonds. Like, I wanted to play more diamonds because I realized how close I was, and I wanted to get the points, right? Because you get like a lot of points for beating them. This guy was playing V-Skill 1 Rashid, so not as bad. I lost the second game. Maybe I lost the third. Yeah, I lost the third too. Also ran into this guy a few times. He played a few different characters, I think. If I'm thinking of the same guy, he played a few different characters. And he played G this time. Didn't really know what he was doing. I remember he won and done me because it was a pretty clean victory on my part. And not because he was bad, just because he doesn't play G. This guy was laggy. This one was from Florida, I think. Yeah, he's from Southern Florida FGC, I'm assuming. And it was just kind of laggy for me, and I won and done him. Okay, this is a funny story. You'll see we're both the same dojo. This is not a battle lounge. I ran into my friend. Like, I ran into one of my friends from Houston while I was on my way up to Diamond. So I beat him. Thank you for the points, Javi. This guy, okay, another funny story. The reason this is double perfect is because this guy was AFK. He had it set to accept the matches without having to ask. So it just kept loading him into games. But I knew he was in the Karen Discord. So I took my points like a gentleman, took my plus 55. And then and then I pinged him in the Discord and I said, I think your game is running. Like, because I saw he was online. So I pinged him and I said, your game is running and it's just matching you with people. And I took my obligatory plus 55, but I'm going to let you know so you don't keep losing points. And he said he's lost like 1,200 points in 2 days because he just forgets and he mutes the game. Let's see. This guy. Okay, we got to take a look. This one was insane. Look how many games he has. 50,000. His 50,000 games. And I think, let me see how many are on Guile. It was a crazy amount. Yeah, 48,488 matches on level 92 Guile. I was happy to just take a game. I lost a set 2-1, but I took a game, which is cool. I got 120 points, so I think I lost like 55. So I was still up like 10 points by the end of it, even though I lost a set, which is pretty... I think it's so crazy how this system works. Especially now that I'm Diamond, I can be matched with anybody from Diamond all the way up to Warlord. I think that's an interesting system because it basically just assumes that if you're Diamond, you're at the same skill level as the highest level players, which I guess that's safe to assume because you come so far, but it's very odd to me. Another Akuma, lots of Akumas. Okay, I thought that I ranked up to Diamond off of this guy. I popped off after I won the second game because I got plus 115 the first game. So I'd assumed that I'd get plus 115 again, but I don't think I did. And it left me at, you'll see here, it left me at 13,991. So I needed to play one more game, and I did. I played one more game here, and then I won and done them because I'm a scumbag, and I hit my goal. So I took that. He's got to hold that, unfortunately. But yeah, that's my road to Diamond on the last day. There was 2 or 3 days before this, where I just did plus 500. That's the rule that we have in my little group, is you get on, you get your plus 500, and you get off before you tilt. But I knew that I wasn't going to be able to play very much after the 30th because I was going to have to start packing up to leave. So I spent the entire day. You'll see we started at 3 p.m., and we ended at 10 p.m. So in 7 hours, I got 2,056 points. And I'm definitely going to... There's a lot of stuff that I learned that I'm going to make videos about and just use these replays. So it's not going to be my live reaction to winning or losing the game, but there's a lot of things that I learned within playing. I mean, God, it was like, I think like 20 to 30 hours I played in like 3 or 4 days. So definitely a lot of things that I want to share, a lot of things I want to make videos about. So look forward to that. And overall, I'm very happy with my experience. And I'm very happy that I was able to hit my goal before the deadline, basically. The deadline for me was when Strive came out on the 11th. So I did it with about 8 days to spare. But a lot of people are wondering, like, what's next, right? What do I want to do next? And I'm definitely not planning on trying to hit Masters anytime soon. I think I'd have to double my points. I think Masters is 30,000, and I only have 14,000. So I'd have to double my points, which is not something I'm really interested in doing. What I want to do now is learn some characters that I'm interested in. And when I say learn them, like actually sit down and learn them and learn combos and learn the neutral and learn how to play them. The character that I'm most interested in is Menat. I think she's very complex and interesting. And most importantly, I can practice a lot of her combos offline in training mode. So that's something I'm interested in. Also, maybe revisiting Rose. I'm not really sure. She doesn't really seem to be that good of a character. She has a lot of flaws that they have not addressed in the patch. They've addressed a lot of bug fixes, but I think it's too early for them to really start trying to fix her as a character. So maybe in the next patch they'll do something. And I think I don't really want to learn Urien. You probably saw in the replays that I played him a few times just to mess around in battle lounges, but I'm not really interested in learning that character fully. So probably Menat and maybe revisiting like Colleen or Cammy, some of the characters that I tried in the past. Other than that, I'm just looking forward to Strive on the 11th, and if that game for some reason doesn't hold my interest as well as I think it will, I hope it does, you'll definitely see me back on this game, learning new characters, or maybe even trying to hit masters if it comes to that. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you're excited for what's to come in the future and all the content that I have planned.